Hello, everyone. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, based on wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the Masterpiece Lounge. I am Chrisnatha DeRozier. I am a certified life coach, author, and speaker, and I am so excited to be here with you today. And today we are going to be talking about it being our time to morph, our morphing season, our time to morph. And to talk about that, it being Juneteenth, us talking about our freedom, us talking about being completely free and open to be the incredible, great women and men that we were created to be. We have an incredible special guest, and her name is Darline Blanc. And I'm going to bring her on, and she's going to tell us all about her work that she does with ladies and how it's transforming lives. And so come on in, say hello, and where you are tuning in from. And we're so excited to have you. So come on in, say hello. Happy Friday. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Freedom Day. All right. So we're going to bring on Darlene. Hello, Darlene.
Hi, how are you?
Amazing. And I'm excited because you're here. So welcome to the Masterpiece Lounge.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be on this virtual call with you.
Absolutely, absolutely. It is my pleasure. And so I was telling everyone how amazing you are. Good morning, Bettina. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Juneteenth. Okay, so we have Louisiana in the house. I'm just going to do a couple of
Hey,
shout outs. We got Houston
hey.
in the building. And so we have people from all over, and they are chiming in. They're saying hello. They're excited, Darlene's, and I'm excited too. And Darlene, I was bragging on you a little bit, and I wanted you to tell us. And I know that there's so much that embodies who you are, but if you can just summarize that for us and tell us, who is Darlene Blanc?
Well, I'm awesome. We already know this, right?
Yes, you are.
And you are too. Once again, Chrisnatha, thank you so much for having me on. I am Darling, like as Chrisnatha just introduced me. I was born and mostly raised in South Florida. Um, I am an author, a speaker, a life coach, and mentor. I also am a workshop facilitator and organizer, um, and I specialize in leadership. And I am just super stoked to get the opportunity to work with people who definitely are looking for individuals to help them keep accountable to their goals. So that's me.
Awesome. Well, that is amazing. So, as you know, today is Juneteenth, right? It commemorates our freedom. And so, with that being the theme today, right? How does transformational work set us free as individuals?
You know, I was thinking about Juneteenth this morning, and I know this day actually, it marks the emancipation of slaves. However, slavery was still legal within the Union states. And so I was really thinking about that up until our 13th Amendment, right? So I was really thinking about that and how, what does it look like in our personal lives when we need to be emancipated from the things that we allow ourselves to become enslaved to? And so it requires for us to really look within and to acknowledge the truth of what is the work that I have to do on the inside of me that will not only benefit my life, whether it be personal or professional, but how can others benefit from that? We have to make sure we go beyond and we look beyond self-interest whenever we are looking for opportunities to transform. And so that is one simple response to that question, to where we just need to make sure that whatever we don't like, whatever we don't want to see in our lives, what we can change, let's change. And the things that we can't change, let's see how we can navigate around those particular concerns or issues.
That
And
is
that
so
is really
good.
that really is what helps us to set us free, really. I mean, it's not always cut and dry, right? It's not, we don't always have all the answers, and it's not cut and dry once again, but we can do the best that we can to do the work that can help to set us free as individuals.
Absolutely. So there's definitely work that's necessary for us to truly be free. So work, 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 work. In the words of Rihanna.
Hey,
Come
girl,
on,
hey.
hey, work, okay. So, all right. So, guys, listen. So, Darline Blanc said it herself. There is work involved in being free. Freedom requires work. And if you agree, put work down in the comments, everybody. So, if you are in agreement that freedom requires work, there is something that's required from us, from our end, go ahead and put work in the comments. And we know that you are in alignment with the message being shared this morning. Thank you so much. That was so good. So, with morphing, how can we morph louder than our words?
We can commit to being and really being and producing real results. We don't have to live a performance-based life, although some of us may agree that there are times that there are situations where we believe we have to perform to achieve certain results. However, if you get to your end goal, right, without having to compromise your integrity or negatively impacting others in a malicious manner or intent, then go for it. Like, it's about action. And I don't want people to think that it's all about producing, producing, producing. It's also about being still and being present as well. So, and that's also an action by being present. So that's how we can morph louder than our words.
I don't think I've ever heard, being present associated with work, like just being present, just showing up. And if it's fair to say that, well, would you say it's fair to say that showing up is like half of the battle, right? So many of us don't show up, right? We don't show up in our lives, we don't show up in our relationships, we don't show up when it's time to stand up for ourselves. And so just for you saying that showing up, and being present is part of act, like that's an action, that is amazing. That is a new revelation even for myself. So that's good. Such good wisdom and such good information. So wow, that's awesome. And also with morphing, Darline, if you could just tell us a little bit about your personal morphing story, like you being the chief morphing officer, right? What does that look like, and what did that look like for you? Your journey of becoming the woman that we are speaking to today.
Well, it seems like that journey started a long time ago. And for many of us, our journey did start from the moment that we can remember, whether it be a younger age or as we got older, maybe in our teenage years. But for me, there was always a light, that was a small light that was ignited on the inside of me. However, I didn't know how to explore that. And I always knew that I wanted to help women. And I knew this, I began to explore it a little bit more, going through a little self-discovery about, well, I said over a decade ago. And I was actually finishing my master's degree. I have a master's in science and leadership. And at that time, as I was approaching graduation, I was thinking to myself, well, what can I do? Like, how can I provide or lend out my leadership skills and my giftings and my talents to other people? And really, that is where the journey began. It began with me conferring my degree in my leadership program. And from there, I took what I learned and I applied it in not only within myself, but with other people, with other women. And, there are individuals who are willing and able, and you also have to assess your readiness level. And there are moments where we can gauge whether or not we're ready to do something, whether we're willing to do something. And another question is whether we're able to do something, right? So just going through those different stages, those different tiers, and trying to identify through my life experiences, how can I fit what I'm going through into my coaching program? How can I help other women? And so in order for me to do that, I had to work backwards, meaning working internally and getting clarity. And for those of you who don't know, Chrisnatha DeRoja is my life coach. And we have had a client coaching relationship for many years now. And so that has also helped to foster what I am bringing to the table to my clients. So that in essence is what my morphing journey is about. I mean, there are other things that happen. Of course, you know, there are ups and downs of relationships. There are different things that caused me to change lifestyles and behaviors and attitudes and the way I saw myself. And I saw myself as unworthy many times, asking myself, you know, how can this unworthy woman, this woman who labeled herself as unworthy, how can I help other women? Can I help other women? But then it goes back to my readiness level, my willingness level, and am I able? And I have to continually assess every single tier as I'm not only I'm improving myself through self-awareness, but I'm also sharing those strategies with other individuals.
Ooh, that is so good. So you said your readiness level, your willingness level, and your ability to help. That is amazing. That is amazing. And just the fact that you have now that awareness, right? That I needed to become the woman that I am going to help, right? And so you did the work. And the most beautiful thing about leadership, because you have a master's in leadership, is leading from the front. And so it's beautiful that you've gone on the journey. You're constantly becoming, right? We're all still becoming, but we're becoming a better version of ourselves. And so it's such a beautiful thing to watch our process and to help other people along with theirs. We have some people who, let's see, some of our viewers here. We have Bettina, who was like, work. All right now. Jarmel said work. Yes. Everybody said work. We are working here. Yes, that's right. We are doing the inner work because transformation happens from the inside out. So that is awesome. I'm really excited to hear that. So I have a game, Darlene. It's kind of like word association. And I want to play that with you. Yes, it's going to be fun.
Are you going to have me like reveal anything too personal?
Only if you want to. Listen, it's between you and I. No one is listening.
Okay. All right. Let's do it then. Let's work.
What happens and what's said on the Masterpiece Lounge or in the Masterpiece Lounge stays in the Masterpiece Lounge, right? So what I want to do is just throw some words out to you. And I want you to tell me what's the first thought that comes to mind as I share these words with you, okay? All right. So everybody, if you are enjoying so far, go ahead and let us know and put Y in the comments. Let us know that you are having a good time. We're about to play this game. All right. And you guys can play too. You can just add your comments in as we go. All right. The first word, you ready, Darlene? Are you ready?
I am.
Okay. And the first word is clarity.
Focused.
All right, focus. That's good. The second word is branding. What comes to mind when I say the word branding?
Oh, personality.
Ooh. Come on. Come on now. Okay, so personality. And the next word is goal setting.
Accountability.
Ooh, listen, so you showing out today. Okay, so accountability. What about relationships? What comes to mind when I say the word relationships?
A headache. No, I'm just
That's honest. That's okay. That stays right here in the Masterpiece Lounge. That's all right.
I'm just, I'm just kidding. I would use connections.
Okay, awesome connections. Okay, and what about the word creativity? What comes to mind when I say the word creativity?
Vision.
Say that one more time.
Vision.
Ooh, I
Yes.
like. Look at you over here being all deep and stuff. I appreciate that. That's amazing. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for playing that. So yeah, that was our version of word association. When I
That was
said
really
clarity,
fun.
yeah, it was. It was really, it's really cool to think about what comes to mind, right? Awesome. Hey, Delana. Delana says that that's a great response. Vision. Vision was a great response when we said the word creativity. Awesome. For clarity, you said focus. Branding, you said personality. Goal setting, you said accountability. Relationships, you said connection. And creativity, you said vision. Those were really, really good words. And also, the words that I did use in our word association game, those are just some of the things, just the tip of the iceberg, right? Just a little taste of the things that you cover in your coaching program. So when people get you, they get focus, they get a sense of their personality, they get accountability, they get connection, and they get clear about their vision. Isn't that amazing?
Look at how you spin that. Come on, Chrisnatha. Girl. Look at how you spin that. I love it.
I just wanted you to see that, like, this is good stuff. And I wanted our ladies and gentlemen on our viewers today just to see like how impactful and how incredible and life-changing your program is. And so sometimes when you hear a word, you have one thought, and then as someone explains it, you're like, "Ooh." But yeah, that's essentially what you do. You help people get clear about their vision. We get connection through working with you and the incredible sisterhood that you provide, the accountability to reach our goals. We get to really shine with our unique personalities, and we get focused.
Yes.
We get focused. And the beautiful thing is that you package it in such a beautiful way. You package all of that in such a beautiful way, and I get to see some of it, and I just can't wait for the world to see some of it too, because it's beautiful. It is beautiful. It's truly the butterfly journey, right? And so that's awesome. That is awesome. Why is morphing so important? Because for some people, they may think, okay, transformation, that's cool, but like that's not a priority of mine, right? So why is transformation important?
I mean, simply put, we should commit to evolving. And that is essentially, um, and I am a Christ follower. And so for me, I believe in transformation. I believe in being a new creature, a new creation, right? And so I believe that in order to do that, I have to constantly self-reflect, self-assess, and making sure that I change the things that need to be changed, right? Throw away what needs to be thrown out, unlearn, relearn, and do it all over again whenever I need to. And so it really is essential that we make morphing a priority. And morphing can be a priority in any aspect of your life, in your business, by bundling, for example, if for some reason that you would like to make things a little simple for you in your productivity, your day-to-day work, making morphing a priority in your day may look like bundling certain activities together, whether it's telephone calls, meetings, virtual video calls, lumping them in one block of time, right? So that is an example of making something a priority. And guess what? By the time you're done checking off the list, you be like, honey, yes, yes, I am doing it. And so you're not, you're not feeling like you're pulling your hair out because you haven't met all of your goals for the day. And if you haven't, we can always say, hey, we schedule certain meetings, whatever it is that we need to do so that we can stay on top of the things that are important to us. And so that's just one example of making morphing a priority. And we don't want to make the word morphing really bigger than what it is. It can start at a molecular level and just really just do whatever it is that you need to do to get you to the end result of your goal, period.
Awesome. So morphing essentially is a commitment to ourselves to do better, to become a better version of ourselves. And I also want to add, Darlene, that all progress is progress. And sometimes we're so hard on ourselves because we want to take a quantum leap all of the time, right? We want to go from 0 to 100. And we may not be as patient for the process, right? And the journey. And so if we don't see what we consider huge change quickly, we feel like this is a waste of time. This isn't happening. But if we're honest, there is change happening. My response to things are different. The way that I think are different. The way I consider others are different. The way I respect me is different, right? The way that I respond is different. And so that's still progress. And so it's just important for us to not disqualify what we consider small progress or small victories, because that's still significant. That's still significant.
It really is. It really is. And you just summed that up really nicely in that packaging. So yeah, I totally agree with you.
And I also wanted to ask you, how do you feel about comparisonitis? Comparisonitis. Yes, I just made that up. I feel like it is a diet. It is a like a disease, right? But I made that up, guys, just to be funny. But comparisonitis, it is truly the disease of comparing yourself, right? Comparing yourself to other people, their journey, where they are. But if we're honest, we don't see all of someone's journey. We see highlight reels, and we're comparing ourselves to highlights, especially in the world of social media. And so, talk to us a little bit about the danger of comparing our journey, because it also disqualifies our morphing work.
Yeah, I mean, as we've been talking about, I mean, we're responsible for nurturing our own results. And so when we are suffering from this disease of comparisonitis, as you coined it, we're hindering ourselves from actually taking the necessary steps that we need to do. I mean, we've heard the saying before, stay in your own lane, right? And oftentimes, if we can be real, if I can be real, when you see someone achieve a goal that you've been trying to achieve within the past month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, and you're looking at that individual and not really knowing all of the details behind how they got there, there is something in the back of your mind that may trigger, and you may ask yourself, man, I wish I was there. I wish I was doing that. Why am I still stuck here? And that during those times, that is when we have to lean on the individuals who support us and who remind us how awesome we are and how far we've come from building something that started off as a seed, and we can see it grow as we continue to water it, right? So comparisonitis is something that if everyone will be honest with, I think we've all suffered from that in one point or another in our lives. So we just have to keep going, keep doing the work. And whenever you feel like you are in a situation where you are comparing yourself to someone else and their highlight reel, take a break, That's part of mindfulness, right? Take a 5-minute break, practice some breathing exercises or techniques, whatever it is that you do, right? Listen to some jazz music, whatever genre of music you listen to, and just chill out. Just chill out.
Yes. Yes.
Hit the reset button and let's get back to work again.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. I think it's so important for us to honor our process, to honor our process. Delana says, that's my daily goal, is to morph into who God created me to be. Small steps are very significant. Be proud of those itsy bitsy steps. Yes, Delana,
Yes,
be
Delana,
proud of
yes.
that. Be proud. You have to celebrate. I celebrate everything. I don't care how small it may seem. It is significant to me. Bettina says, mine too. I'm just learning to take pride in my small progressive steps. Thank you guys so much for sharing. Yes, we have to definitely take pride in the things that we do, because it's progress. It's progress. And it's just so important, like we just said, is to honor our progress. Honor our progress. It's significant to us. It's important to us. And so that's just one of those things, that's so important. But I hear it all the time. Oh, this person is here. This person is there. And it's just so important to say, no, wait. But this is my race, right? This is my race.
Right.
And as long as I come out of this better than than how I came in, I have started my morphing journey. I have made progress. I have grown, right? And so it's just so important to measure your growth based on your own journey and no one else. Yeah. So thank you so much. And Darlene, like, it's just so important. And you're such a gem. You're such a gift to the world, to me, to everyone that you work with, because you do this thing for real.
For real.
Yes, you lead from the front. And leadership is something that is one of your strong suits. I mean, there's so many, but that's just one main one that I can think of right now, is that you truly lead from the front. You have a heart for women. You've been through your journey. You're still going through it, but you've learned things along the way. And so you're able to help and assist other women do the same thing. And if someone wants to book a call with you, just a free complimentary call, just to kind of go over what their morphing journey can look like by partnering with you, how can they get in touch with you?
They can reach me, or you can book me. You can book an appointment through my scheduling app, which I believe Chrisnatha will share in the description. So you can feel free to review my schedule, compare it to your schedule, and let's meet up. I want to make sure we set something up, and let's see if I can help you morph louder than your words.
Awesome. We do have that link in the chat, as well as in the description of today's broadcast. So make sure you book your free call with Darlene. It is amazing. You're going to get so much clarity in that call. And remember, her programs are amazing. They are, she has different time sets for the program. She'll go over that with you in her call. And remember, in her amazing program, you're going to get focus, discover your unique personality. You're going to get accountability. You're going to get amazing connection, and you're going to get super clear about your vision. So it is definitely worth the call, so that you can truly see how your transformation, man, it'll truly bless your life, but not just you, but the people that are attached to you. So Darlene, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the gift that is Darline Blanc. We are so grateful. And everyone, thank you for tuning in to the Masterpiece Lounge with Chrisnatha DeRozier. I will be back. I am here every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. Thank you guys so much. Have a blessed day, and I will see you very soon.